Morning. I'm not expecting anybody to be on here this morning, but I figured I'm gonna do a quick sharpening on this SG2 Miyabi here with the 400 super vitrified stone. I'm sure everybody's too busy eating breakfast and getting the kids ready, but why the heck not make it a live video. Should go pretty quick. So yeah, I've got the 400 grit super vitrified stone here. I've been using it a lot. I've made a few videos of me using this and then doing, hey person, I can't see who you are, so welcome. Doing big jumps from the 400 up to a higher grit stone. So I've sharpened like CTS BD1N, X50CR MOV15, VG10, all on this stone. And then I've been jumping over to, I don't have the stone in here, but the Sharpen 5K, just to see how reasonable that progression is. And on everything, it's been suitable to good, to quite nice. So what that leads to is you can ridiculously quickly set your bevel on the 400 and then finish off on a 3K, 5K. So it's crazy fast, like 5 to 7 minutes. Edge is great. Thank you. Have a good day. Or if you're gonna stick around, that too. Yeah, and then you get a nice, still polished, bright edge that has great cutting ability. Super quick, just like that. Been really liking that, and I've been basically doing it to all my kitchen knives. My question is kind of what's the limit of hardness and carbide volume where that jump's not going to work anymore. I've done a few sharpenings on Maximit and on S110V, and I tried going from this up to the 800F Veneve stone, and that was too much. That was way too raggedy. So there is a limit, but Maximit is quite a bit out there compared to this. This is SG2. I'm going to dull it, and this is going to be real sad. It's got a pretty decent edge on it. This is SG2 from Miyabi at like 63 Rockwell. Oh, even then it didn't fully dull it. Well, I got to do it again. Oh gosh, this breaks your heart. All right, dull enough for me. It ain't very nice and sharp anymore, that's for sure. I mean, I can rub my fingers like that, so good enough. Yeah, this is the top end kitchen knife I've got. So if it can do this, and then I do have Rex 45 for HAP 40, but I haven't tried that specific jump yet. For kitchen knives, you're pretty much golden. And I run this Miyabi at 13 degrees per side or so. We'll show off the speed of this baby. It is one fast cutting stone. Huge burr. Whoopsie daisy. Still getting used to the speed of this thing. It's pretty easy to overdo it, but you get a great apex that way. It is like perfectly formed. And you can hear that giant burr. So, whoops, it's a little bit bigger than I'd normally want to go. So I've been deburring like, I don't know, 90% of the way on this thing before I make the jump up to here, just because there's not a lot of cutting power in those polishing stones. And I don't want to leave that. Just light pressure. This Miyabi's SG2 sharpens up pretty nice. Guessing this whole live stream will take about 10 minutes max. real light pressure, trying to clean that up as fuzz. And I did a post on my Instagram as well, and it was a picture of the finish I got off of this stone on a Victorinox Fibrox. And then I compared it to the Victorinox Grand Maitre and CTS BD1N after that Sharpening 5K. And yeah, those things, that stone really evens out the finish pretty quick. And this is gonna be enough for me. So it's not sharp, really. It's still got a very snurgly large burr. And it'll slide cut, of course. Just about anything to do that. The question that I have coming up, so now that I've messed around with this grit transition a lot and I'm about to kind of finish it up, is I need to start comparing this stone to a DMT course and the Veneve 240F. That's going to kind of be the, why would you spend that much money on a stone, and is it worth it? You know, worth it. It's a very subjective thing. But that I think can help answer that for some people. So this is the Chaucera 3K here. Just make sure I don't have any of those giant diamond particles on there, which it will hold on to. Let's just finish this baby off. You can hear it, the burr crinkling a little bit under there. All right, let's look at that polish now. It's coming up. Let me give it a little extra love. The CTS BD1N under the microscope looked pretty much similar to the X50 CRMOV 15, but visually it wasn't quite as reflective. Not that these are perfect mirrors or anything. But it was quite a bit harder. It's got quite a bit higher carbide volume than X50 does. And I don't know if it was just my skill level, you know, not being super exact with it, or if it was more the actual steel. So I only done one of those edges on it, I believe. So hard saying, not knowing. Just gonna flip that burr so I don't smush it. Starting slow. And then obviously just nice light pressure here. And I've been doing a lot of edge leading passes to finish. And that's just more of an experiment than anything as to how clean you can get an apex that way and how refined that apex is. And I don't know if I would say I'm officially a fan or not a fan of that. I don't hate it, I'll say that much. Yeah, that brought up the shine. Definitely brought up the shine. But conclusions are not yet made fully on the edge leading finishing. But now we're gonna do some deburring and some kind of scratch alignment here. You can hear that burr. It's a little bit crunchy under there. I also got something crunchy under my foot. I really love this Miyabi Mizu Kiritsuke. It's a great knife. And I've already committed fully to either picking up, to get some HAP 40 in my kitchen. So it's probably gonna either look like a Sukanari or a Kohetsu. but I haven't decided. The Tsukanari is significantly more expensive than the Kohetsu. I'm just not sure if it's worth that price increase or not. As far as I can tell, I think that the heat treats are pretty similar. I'm not actually looking for a laser in that knife, so if the grinds are a little bit thicker on the Kohetsu, that wouldn't bother me. Kohetsu is a nice, call it brand. It's the chef knife to go like house brand. And they offer a really great product for a really great price, usually. But the quality of the grinds, I don't think are quite there for just compared to other brands. So things can be a little bit wonky. That doesn't bother me too much personally because I can fix it. Like for example, this Miyabi came with a big recurve back here. So I, ground it down like that until it was flat. And then I had to thin it out, which is why the finish looks so weird on this knife because it's not the factory finish. So I spent like 2 hours basically making this knife usable. Now we're gonna do those edge leading just because I can feel and hear that the burr has gotten pretty small on the stone. So now we're just gonna do these edge leading passes. So yeah, I could fix the Kohetsu if I got it. And it's like $100 less expensive, so there's a really good chance I'm gonna go with the Kohetsu. But no guarantees. These edge leading finishes get bad best scores. Real bad. Let's feel. It's close. When you have a burr on the edge, you can feel kind of an extra level of. I'm not missing a bunch of comments, am I? I don't know. Live chat? I don't know how to get rid of this. Okay. The only type I never tested. Rare to find in stock. Yeah, right? Yeah. Still need to do a little bit of cleanup on here. Yeah, the 400 is probably the most popular of the options. But like I was saying with the Kohetsu, because I've got this 400, I can fix the Kohetsu if I buy it and it's not where I want it to be. Perfect stone to fix that. And that's exactly what I was interested in. So yeah, the 400 was definitely the right call. And so with a diamond stone like that and the Veneves, if they leave like a satin finish, just like a beltwood or sandpaper, like when you buy your Spyderco, like they leave this finish on the edge because they don't make a slurry. And it's not awful. And I think the like Veneve 1200F edge can look really nice, but it's not my favorite. I'll say that. So I kind of like having something that'll slurry. Where the 3K would be nice is for sharpening things like Maximate, where I'm not going to use a Japanese waterstone. That feels better. Yeah, that feels pretty good. So that's where I'd like a 3K. I think the 3K is the super vitrified stone I would get after this. Clean side, get this out of here and then cut some stuff and send you guys on your way. So I kind of talked and took my time at the end there. I'm gonna grab just some paper over here. So I don't know how long that took. Oh, 14 minutes. Oh my God, I'm sorry I kept you around for so long. But that's off of the Chaucera 3K, no stropping. Straight from the super vitrified 400 to the Chaucera 3K. That finish is just awesome. There's no way my phone is so bad at picking this up. I don't even know where to start. Something that's got words on it to try to see the reflection. I have no idea if you'll be able to see this. I really doubt that. But anyways, the edge has a brightness to it. It does reflect. It's not scratch free, but it looks appealing in a passing by, not under a microscope. And under a microscope, it looks just fine. But you can see how burr free you can get that edge straight off of the stone with those edge leading passes. And how quickly I reset the bev on the 400 and go straight to the 3K. Minimal stones, minimal time, maximum results. Yeah. So I'm just gonna see if there's anything in the chat, which disappeared for whatever reason before I took off. Okay. Okay, Kohetsu's about 65, Rockwell, Gihi, Sukanari was rumored. Yeah, I know. So I actually emailed Mark, right? Mark from Chef Knives to Go. Why does this keep morning, Steve? Mark about that, what Sukanari advertises 67, 68. And he's personally said he was very skeptical of that. Why does the live chat keep disappearing? That is the dumbest thing. So from Chef's Knife to Go, they list it as 65 because they don't believe that it's actually at 67, 68. I did message Big Brown Bear Sean just to ask him because he's got the Sukanari and like especially on the Choceras, and Sean would definitely know, but like I can tell the hardness of things when I sharpen on the Choceras just because I'm pretty dialed in on them. So I think you would know pretty quick the difference between 65 and 68 Rockwell on HAP 40 just by sharpening on the Choceras or something you're familiar with. So yeah, I don't know. For me, if the Sukanari is at the higher Rockwell and it's done well, which I think they're reported to being done well, like I'm gonna do that. I just straight up I'm gonna do that. So I'm kind of waiting to hear on that. But I think that's going to be the next knife purchase for myself is going to be the Kohetsu or Sukanari, probably the Sukanari, but I don't know for sure. And then I've been thinking about where I want to go with tools. I'm probably not going to buy any more stones. Blew that budget, and I've got everything I want with stones. But I think I'm going to start trying out some Swiss tools. Fuck, it's a great purchase. Buy two if you could. That's this thing right here. Definitely one of my favorite knives. Rex 45 is just like thebomb.com. I love Rex 45. It doesn't have the carbide volume that something like M4 would have. Where at? Oh, is that the lightweight one from GP Knives? Is that it? That sounds right. Yeah, yep. I'm not gonna do that just because I already have this one. And I've also got this in Rex. And then I've also got this Crewwear Para 3. And I've also got an M390 Para 3. And I've got, this in Crewwear. I've got several knives in M4. So I've kind of got that like tool steel range of, super well balanced tough steel. Yeah. Even when I bought this one, I kind of almost had buyer's remorse because I was like, oh Jesus, like, did I need to buy this knife? And obviously the answer was no, but I like Crewwear, and I wanted Crewwear in a Para 3, even though this Manix 2, and I like the Manix 2, this is actually reground. I don't know if you can tell. You look at that edge bevel width, and then look at the standard. See how different that is? So this thing is like the best slicing knife I have. This thing's an animal. I just actually don't carry it that often for some reason. That's like 8 thousandths behind the edge or so. That is a great knife. But yeah, I didn't need this Para 3, so I know if I bought another one, I would just be kicking myself. I would like a lightweight, but I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, anyways, this one went way longer than I was planning on it, but I appreciate anybody who stopped by. And yeah, I'll just leave this out there for whomever would like to participate. I appreciate that, Ash, about that note with the Kohetsu and the Sukanari. But yeah, I don't know when I'll pull the trigger on that. Probably sometime between now and New Year's, I'd hope, but who knows? So, anyways, have a good one, man. I appreciate you stopping in. And yeah, thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the channel. So it's been pretty fun for me. But you guys have a good day. Stay safe. Bye.